Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure. And this is my perspective. So we got yet another one. And I told you, hyenas, even the albino ones, they all think the same. They all do the same thing. They all ruin other females. They are very bent on ruining, particularly the young female. These old, bitter, single, I messed up my choices and all this kind of stuff. Women have these daughters, and then they purposely misguide them so that the misery can have company later. They don't want, and there are other facets to it, but I'm gonna let the short play so you can hear this foolishness.
Do you have for us young people with relationships?
Y'all don't need to be in a relationship. I'm going to use you as an example. You're going to college. You do filming. Your extra time should be focused on you and making your content. Me as a mother, that is the worst thing that somebody can do to your daughter. Try to manipulate them into thinking that they care so much. That's what I don't want for you. I don't care what man out there tells you they got to have you. They want to spend the rest of their life with you. That's bullshit. I know people that's been married for 30 years and got a divorce. I was married for damn near 28 years and woke up one morning and walked out the door. What can a man do for you that you can't do for yourself?
I don't know.
And shout out to the Do Better podcast. Shout out to that brother. But here's the thing. The ratchet, older, Humpty Dumpty built mom said a couple of things and none of them made good sense. Number one, we know that girl's dad was a black man because that little girl there is black. Mama's white. Mama married that girl's daddy and was married to him almost 30 years. She said she the one that got up and walked out. Now, we supposed to assume that the husband did something to her or was doing something to her that made her leave or that made her want to leave. And then she just got up one day and walked out. So you broke up the family. You broke up the family. Okay? This man was providing for you for 30 years. That's 3 decades. Okay? 3 decades. And we know marriages are not perfect. We know they have ups and downs. We know marriages have problems. But the issue for me is that these bitter single women, whether they single because they never got married or single because they broke their family up or single, whatever the case may be, the thing about it is they always, she was sitting up there saying, oh, I know people that was married 30 years and got a divorce. And the thing about that is you have to try. There's a lot of things that you're going to do in your life that may or may not work out to the degree that you wanted them to, or they may not do what you thought, or the outcome may not have been what you planned. That's people doing anything. That's people starting businesses. That's people going into education. That's people starting new jobs. That's people relocating in another part of the world, or that's people just making any kind of significant decision or change or in their life that's going to affect the rest of their life. You have to take a gamble. You have to take a calculated gamble on what you're going to do, because there's no guarantee in any decision. There isn't a guarantee that this young lady will never be with a man that love her and she'll be okay with that. There's no guarantee for that. There's no guarantee she's going to be happy with that. This is the age that she should be. This is the age that she's going to get the best possible man. She's young. She's decent looking young lady. This is where she's going to get that man from. This advice dooms her to a life of unfulfilled romance. And when I say, romantically unfulfilled, no real love, because she's going to get out here and she's not going to not have sex. She's not going to do that. So she's going to run into all of these dudes, most of which are only going to want the sex from her. She's going to run into a couple of guys that want more from her. And then this stupid advice is going to be in the back of her mind. Don't let a man trap you down. Here's the other thing. The mother is bringing up what she should be focused on. And this is why I say all the hyenas do the same thing, because this is no different. This isn't any different than this advice right here. This advice here.
I said, as long as you got your own house, as long as you got your own transportation, and as long as you got your own income, it don't matter what a ninja got to say.
Okay. That's basically that advice. That's no different. What can a man do for you that you can't do for herself? Love her the way men love women. She's not going to be able to get that nowhere else. She can love herself. She can have high self-esteem. She can, but let's be real about the reality of women. When we can't find true connection with a man that's worthy, one that's really about to rock with us the long way, that's really about to ride with us the long way, that really mess with us, that really care, that really love, that really want to be there, that really go 10 toes down for you. When we can't get that, when we can't get no solid dude, never, that wears on a woman's self-esteem, because we start thinking, man, well, what's wrong with me that I can't seem to attract? I attract sex. I can attract a dude that want to come bust it down. I can even attract a dude that want to stick around for a minute or two. I can even attract a dude that want to give me money for a little bit. I can even attract, but what I can't do is maintain a meaningful, healthy, solid relationship with them. And this has been going on my whole life. It was all right when I was 18, 19, 20. It was all right when I was 25. It was starting to kind of be not okay when I was 28. I could deal with it at 30. It was a problem at 34. I'm down in the dumps about it at 38. I'm 42, still nobody. That, I don't care what feminists tell you something different. I don't care who say what. That bothers women. It bothers us. It bothers us deeply. This is where all them other supplemental movements, that's where all that come from. Love yourself, you know what I'm saying? Focus, decenter the men, center yourself. Why are men centered to begin with? They'll tell you it's the patriarchy, it's a social construct. No, men are centered for women because they're part of how we fulfill our purpose as human beings and as women in this world. Men are an integral part of that. Men are the purpose of women. So in removing them does what? Removes your purpose, and anything that doesn't have its purpose remains lost. It is lost and it does not function properly. And she's giving her the worst advice she could possibly get. The other thing, marriage don't stop no train. Why do single women use the you gotta focus on your career, your school, your job, your hobbies, your passions, whatever it is, in spite of or instead of getting married? Don't get married because the fear is that you aren't going to be able to do any of the things that you were passionate about. I don't know no man. If this young lady wants to do filming, let's say that's her dream. Let's say the young lady wants to go into making movies. Let's say that's her passion. Why wouldn't she get a man that would support that? Getting married does not automatically mean you don't do that stuff. All she would have to do is meet a dude at film school that's just as passionate about some part of the movie making cinematic process that she is. And I guarantee you he'll throw everything he got behind her and support her, and she do the same to him. Get married don't stop nothing. That's part of the rhetoric. That when you get married, everything got to stop, and men want you to sit at home and they don't want you to do nothing. That's a lie. Men are sitting there telling you they do want you to do stuff, and they do want you to go out there. Please. But then y'all, out of spite, y'all don't want to do it, because then if you go out there and you make a little money, you don't want that money to come back to the household. So then you will talk about how much you want to sit in your feminine, and you don't want to do that, and you want to be at home and you want to be traditional. Stop it. These men are not, as a matter of fact, they're doing the opposite. They're encouraging you to go and do whatever it is that you're doing. Please do it. Make sure you make a couple of dollars while you at it. Getting married did not stop me from doing what I was doing on YouTube. Were there men out there who probably wouldn't have liked it? Maybe so, but I'm not married to them. Duh. So I don't know where this marriage stops you from fulfilling the things that you want to fulfill. Like, no, it don't. No, it does not. This is where it comes in at when you find somebody that you align with, and that y'all align together with what y'all trying to do, y'all values and things that's important to y'all, and why these things are important. This is where all that comes in at. But she gave her terrible advice. She gave her ran through advice. So somebody gonna ask this young girl 25, 30 years later about why she ain't never get married, and she gonna be sitting somewhere doing this. Okay? Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.